Hi. Okay, so I procrastinate like a boss. You thought Kelsey procrastinated? No, I. It's 11:30 because I didn't forget about this. I'm gonna be honest. This theme is not my favorite, so I've been like procrastinating, trying to decide what I want to do, as far as voices and/or accents go. And I'm ending up doing what I was going to originally do, which I don't think is going to be as fun as any of the other ladies. They're going to be much better than me, but because mine's not really funny. It's important to me, so I think it's a good choice just because it's something that will let you know more about me. What I'm doing is An Inspector Calls by J.B. Priestley was a show that I did at the end of this year at college, the end of my sophomore year. A boy in our theater group is a interdisciplinary arts, is part of his double major with criminal justice, I believe, Joey, and he had to direct a play for his senior showcase. And so he picked this one. And funny story about how I got this role. I auditioned for this show and I did not make it. I was also in Into the Woods at the time. My dog is whining at the door. I apologize. But anyway, I was also Into the Woods at the time, and I did not make Inspector Calls, and I was fine with it. It was not a big deal. And then the girl that got the role of the maid quit the show. So Joey asked me if I would do it because I was, I guess, the next on the list for the auditions that he liked. So he asked me if I would do it, and I agreed. The role of Edna the maid has I believe 6 lines, and so I was at rehearsals for a long time with not a lot of things to do, but that was okay. I just kind of wrote my computer along, whatever, and so I knew the show really well because I was there for a while and everything. And then a week before the show, a week and 2 days. It was opening night was Thursday, and it was not the Tuesday before the show, but the Tuesday before that. Mrs. Burling, the mother, the girl who played her, quit the show. It was a big ordeal. It was a lot of drama. She quit, and I got called to look over that part. And when they tried to get the girl to come back, and she wouldn't, so I got cast as Mrs. Burling. 8 days before the show. So I had to memorize. It's a 3-act play, and Mrs. Burling they're all pretty much the same except for Edna's a small role and all the other roles are pretty even. Mr. Burling and the inspector probably have more than anyone, but Mrs. Burling is a pretty heavy role, and the play is very wordy. It's very verbose, and so it was a lot to memorize, and I've never had that many lines before in my life. I've never had to really memorize a ton of lines at all, and I memorized them in a week and a half. So what I'm going to do is read my quote-unquote monologue. It's not really a monologue. It's the longest piece that I have in this show, but I'm going to read it in my British accent because that's the accent that I had to have for the show. I had never done a British accent before, and like I said, I had to do it in a week and a half. Edna had a British accent too, but it was 6 lines, so it really wasn't a lot. So I hope this isn't horrible. I'm sorry, it's not a funny accent. It's a drama, so it's not really like Kelsey's funny, but I'm not. So let me see if I can find. This is the one I want. Okay, so I'll give you a little background really quick. This show is basically this inspector shows up at this rich family. It's 1910 England. He shows up at this rich family's house and is questioning them about a girl that has committed suicide. And so he's finding out how each member of the family has known this girl. So this is me, and I'll tell you what Joey told me. He said when I picture you, when I picture this character arguing with the inspector, I picture Umbridge from Harry Potter. She doesn't back down. She's very, she just, this is what's happening, and that's it. So here I go. It's not very long, so here we go. If you think you can bring any pressure to bear on me, Inspector, you're quite mistaken. Unlike the other three, I did nothing I'm ashamed of or that won't bear investigation. The girl asked for assistance. We are asked to look carefully into the claims made upon us. I wasn't satisfied with this girl's claim. She seemed to me to be not a good case, and so I used my influence to have it refused. And in spite of what's happened to the girl since, I consider I did my duty. So if I prefer not to discuss it any further, you have no power to make me change my mind. I've done nothing wrong, and you know it. So that was the longest little, there was like one other one that was about that size that I had to memorize. It was fun to do. I was in Jake's face, who played the inspector, for a good bit of it, so we got to show down. So that was my little accent thing. I'm just like really excited because a week from today, Kelsey and I and our friend Kim will be in Philadelphia and we'll be seeing Glee live, and my Keep Calm and Warble On shirt that I bought today, or that I bought, came today. And I was going to show it to you, but I decided that I will not do that because next Wednesday is the day that we leave for the concert, and so I will have it on when I do my video. So I hope that you enjoyed that little. It's a good show. If you haven't had a chance to see it, it's a good show. Apparently there's a movie. I have not seen the movie. I watched clips of the movie when I was researching the character and when I was trying to do my accent. I had to learn to do this accent. Like I felt like such a bad thespian because I was like, I've been in theater for however long now, 6, 7, 8 years, whatever, and never needed a British accent. I'm not good at like walking around and talking British accents like most of my friends are. I'm not good at voices or accents, and so that's why I was like, really, guys? And it took me this long until 11:30 to figure out what accent I want to do. So I hope it wasn't awful, and I know I'm rambling, but I guess I'll see you guys next week. Bye.